Hey, how yous all doing? Now the first weapon I want to cover in the new Prime Access is of course a tank weapon. I mean, my favourite melee weapon in the game right now is or was the Ack and Brunt. I love the sword and board kind of playstyle in most MMOs that I play. Also, Final Harbinger allows you to throw your feckin' shield at enemies, which is cool. So this is the Silva and Aegis Prime. Sorry, I mean the Aegis Prime, because apparently that's how you actually pronounce that word, Aegis, which I will definitely struggle with. Damn this Irish accent anyway. In Ireland we have a word Aegis, and it's used to describe someone who is a few spanners short of a full toolbox. Basically a gobshite. Someone who's a bit dumb. So I can't really be calling it Aegis because I'm going to trip up and say Aegis instead. Now the Silva and Aegis Prime has gotten one of the largest boosts to damage of any new Prime weapon in the game so far over its original variant. It deals 120 base heat damage compared to the original's 35. It's also got a boost to crit chance and its crit damage multiplier, as well as a boost to status chance, which allows you to mod it a few different ways. You can go full crit with Blood Rush and so on, or you can go all out status with Weeping Wounds and Condition Overload, or you could build for a mix of both, whichever you prefer. It does, however, swing a little bit slower than the original Silva and Aegis. It's also a Mastery rank 12 weapon, so you're going to need to be that rank in order to use this thing in all of its glory. Its drop locations are in the description of this video if you're looking to see where all of its parts actually drop to build it. Like the Ack and Brunt, the Silva and Aegis also has its own little built-in passive. The Ack and Brunt on one hand will absorb elemental damage and add it to your next attack, but the Silva and Aegis, when blocking, it increases your crit and status chance by 15% and stacks up to 4 times, up to a maximum of a bonus of 60% for your next attack. So as an example, if you are blocking incoming heavy gunner fire, then you will ramp up your crit and your status chance for your next attack on that heavy gunner, which is absolutely amazing. It can also mitigate up to nearly 90% of all frontal damage when blocking, so this is definitely one of the best tank weapons in the game right now, if not one of the actual best weapons. In fact, with its damage output and how fast it can kill, mixed in with the fact that it can absorb and mitigate so much damage, it might very well be the best solo player's weapon in the game as well. But maybe you think it's not, then let me know in the comment section below. Its visuals definitely aren't to everyone's liking. I mean, the shield looks a little bit ugly as far as I'm concerned, and your primary weapon, whichever rifle you're using, tends to clip through it when you're holding it and just standing still. I do wish I could just put the Oberon Deluxe shield skin on just the shield and keep the Prime Mace's look because I love its design, but unfortunately we can't. So because the Silva and Aegis Prime has such a good status chance, I decided to mod with that in mind. I went for a combo of Drifting Contact, Condition Overload, and of course Weeping Wounds. They are personal choices. You can of course switch them out for whichever mods you want, but I found that this is a very effective build at killing high level heavy targets, Xmisses and so on. Building for crit of course is also an option with the standard kind of Blood Rush body count crit builds, but I found that the combo of Weeping Wounds and Drifting Contact will allow you to trigger Condition Overload's bonus 60% damage per status effect quite a lot, which will have you killing high level enemies in the blink of an eye. Healing Return is also an option instead of Life Strike for one of those D polarities if you want to. Again, it's a personal choice, entirely up to you. But you guys can let me know what you think of the Silva and Aegis Prime. By all means, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.